What is up, YouTube and boxing fans? So, the WBC orders a Shakur Stevenson and Frank Martin title fight. Now, this is some crazy and exciting news because we really get to see a potential fight with Shakur Stevenson, who is currently 20-0 with 10 knockouts, against Frank Martin, who is 14-0 with 10 KOs. So, as you can see, both of these fighters are currently undefeated. So, if they fight, someone's has got to go. These two guys are one of the best in the 135-pound division, and both of them have a lot of hype behind their names. So now we really get to see both these guys fight for the vacant WBC lightweight title. So now take note though, both sides have until September 5th to come into terms to avoid a purse bid. So this is the backstory, a little backstory. As you know, Devin Haney, who was undisputed at 135, he moved up to 140. If you see here, you would see that the title for the WBC is currently vacant, and WBC has named Devin Haney champion in recess for opening the door for Stevenson and Martin to fight for the belt. If you look at the ranks, Shakur Stevenson is number 2 and Frank Martin is number 4. As for the fight, I honestly think this will be a great test for Shakur Stevenson. It may be too much for Frank Martin though, but if Frank Martin feels that he's ready for Shakur Stevenson, then he should take the fight. Shakur has a chance to become a 3-division world champion. We just have to hope both sides come into agreement. Now, here's what Shakur Stevenson had to say about this as well. So Shakur Stevenson says, "Let's get to it. That gotta go." So it seems like Shakur Stevenson's ready, and he replied this as well. "Remember everything y'all said about me. Gotta prove the haters wrong." Now, Frank Martin, he been stated that he will fight anyone in the 135-pound division. He said, "This internet be the worst talking like they sent a contract or something. I'm confused. I'll list up with any of you at 135. So Frank Martin, Shakur Stevenson, they both seem like they're ready to fight each other. We just have to see what happens. If the negotiations are right, the fight most likely should happen. And this news kind of shocked me because when I saw this, I immediately thought about the Keyshawn Davis and Frank Martin fight. Now, if the Shakur Stevenson and Frank Martin fight does end up happening, I don't know if this closes the door for the potential Frank Martin versus Keyshawn Davis fight. In my opinion, I think Keyshawn Davis will be a better opponent for Frank Martin. I feel like that would be a way better matchup and a way better fight. But, as I said before, if Frank Martin feels like he's ready to step up to the plate against Shakur, his negotiations are right, then he should 100% take the fight. As for who's going to win, that I'll save for another video because that's like a whole different topic with a lot more stuff to talk about. Now that we covered the news, let's see what people on BoxingSource.com has to say about this. So Moolah KO says, "This is a great fight, but I'm not so sure Martin is ready for what Stevenson brings. Still a good fight and nothing wrong if Martin loses his O to a guy like Stevenson. And once more, people, the fighter gets the last say about who he's fighting. Don't be fooled by the posters who state it's the promoters." So, as I said before, I think Martin versus Keyshawn Davis would be a good fight. If Martin feels like he's ready to face Shakur Stevenson, he tweeted he would fight anybody at 135. So it's obvious he feels like he's ready to face Stevenson. So if he feels like that, then he should go on and fight Stevenson. Greenfield 02 says, both of these guys have been talking this and that people are dodging them. Well, I guess we will find out if it's just flapping lips or if these guys are serious about taking on our commerce. Now, what he's trying to say is this is basically proving who's really the one ducking and dodging, because all these guys have been talking a lot on social media and, no fights are being made. And Boxing Itis says they're going to blame Bob Arum in Top Rank if the fight doesn't happen. You know who you are. If you don't get that, Bob Arum, he's known, it's like a rumors, and he's known for, by a lot of people for protecting fighters. That's why, Floyd Mayweather, Oscar De La Hoya left Bob Arum, because Bob Arum wasn't giving them the fights they wanted. And that is all for now. Let me know what you think about the situation in the comments down below. Also, let me know who wins this fight so I could put your comment in that video and respond to it. ACTV Boxing out.